So opening inventory is 3,500. Then we had the purchases. Purchases are going to be 13,350. So 13,350. Then we have the closing inventory. The closing inventory value was 5240. So we have to less that closing inventory 5240. So this value is going to be equal to give us the cost of raw materials. Okay, so this is going to give us cost of raw materials. So plus purchases and closing, cost of raw materials will be equal to 11,610. Okay, so it will be 11,610. Okay. Then you have the manufacturing wages. So the information for the wages is we have to calculate. So they have given, okay, manufacturing wages. They are saying there are 12 production workers. So let's calculate the wage cost. So that is equal to, wage cost is nothing but number of hours worked times the rate, okay, labor rate. So now here they are saying they are paying in two different ways. There are 12 production workers. They are going to work for 160 hours and they're going to be paid at the rate of £6. So apart from that, they are also paying overtime rate, okay, for 5 of them who have worked for overtime. So 5 times the 9 hours they have worked overtime, and time under third. So time was they were paying at 6 plus 6 divided by 3. So let's calculate this value. Okay, let's calculate this value. So that is equal to 11,520 plus 360. So that is also equal to 11,880. So now let's put the manufacturing wages, okay, which is equal to 11,880. These are direct costs. So 11,880. Next, direct general expenses. Expenses were 3,600. Of that, 1/3 was direct expenses. So let's write 1/3 of 3,600. So this is going to be 1/3 of 3,600. Okay, so that is going to be the value for direct general expenses, and indirect general expenses will be around 2/3 of 3,600. So here you can write it. Now 1/3 of 3,600 is going to be equal to 1,200. So 1,200. Then we can calculate the prime cost. So the prime cost is going to be equal to the addition of 11 raw materials consumed plus direct costs. So these were the direct costs. Okay, so here direct costs. So we had calculated direct costs. Okay, now let's calculate the prime cost. So 11,610, which is the raw material consumed, plus the other direct cost 11,880 and 1,200. So this value is going to be equal to 24,690. Okay, 24,690. Next, we have the indirect costs or the overheads. The first one is the management salaries. Management salaries were 36,000 per annum, which means we are calculating only for 1 month. So let's put 36,000 divided by 12. Okay, 36,000 divided by 12. So that is equal to 36,000 divided by 12, that is equal to 3,000. Okay. So this value is going to be equal to 36 divided by 12 is going to be equal to 3,000. Then we have this indirect expenses. This will become 2/3 of 3,600. So that value is going to be equal to 2,400. So 2,400. Then depreciation. Depreciation is straight line method, 25% on the cost. So we have to include 25 percentage. Okay, 25 percentage on 96,000. That is equal to 24,000 divided by per month we have to calculate, so it is going to be equal to 2,000. Okay. Then you have the power and insurance. Power was 550. Okay, the power was 550 and insurance was 3,000 per annum. So 550 plus 550 plus 3,000 divided by 12. So that value is going to be equal to 800. Okay, so that value is going to be 800. Now let's add up all the indirect costs or the overheads. So 3,000 plus 2,400 plus 2,000 plus 800. So it is going to be equal to 8,200. So this value is 8,200. Now let's calculate. Okay, now we have to include work in progress. So if we add up to the direct and indirect cost, the prime cost, okay, and this total direct and indirect cost, so it will be 32,890. So that will be equal to 32,890, 24,690 plus, okay, 24,690 plus 8,200. So this value is going to be equal to 32,890. That will be the total direct and indirect costs. Okay. Next we have work in progress. The work in progress at the beginning was 3230. So let's write that. So 3230. Okay. And then less, you have to subtract closing work in progress. The work in progress at the ending was around 2120. Okay, 2120. 2120. Now subtract these two and the value is 1110. Okay, the value is 1110. Now let's add up the total cost of production. Okay, the total cost of production is 32,890 plus 1,100. So this value is going to be equal to 34,000. Now they have given no information on the profit. What they have given is repaired electric motor cars were passed to the finished goods warehouse at a transfer value. They have given the transfer value here. Okay, the transfer value was 38,000. So let's put the transfer value of 38,000. So this must have happened after adding the profit. So the profit they must have added must have been 4,000 to the cost of production, so that the transfer value would have become 38,000 pounds. Okay, so this is the manufacturing account.